General Assembly can't take powers away from me.
That's what it sounds like.
A new debate over the Rhode Island Attorney General's powers after he directed $10 million in a state settlement to a specific nonprofit.
Despite a law that appears to be against that, as NBC 10's I-Team reporter Tamara Sakarzik tells us.
I don't think the Attorney General should be able to take money intended for the state of Rhode Island, decide on his own whim to give it to whoever he wants to.
In the week since Rhode Island Attorney General Peter Neronha directed $10 million in a legal settlement to the Rhode Island Foundation for Children's Dental Services in Providence, questions over whether he had the authority to make that call. Is this an overreach of authority?
Yeah, not at all. You know, there's a long history of settlement funds being used by the Attorney General in this way.
But that history came before a 2023 state law, which says all settlement proceeds from non-multi-state initiatives shall be deposited into the general fund. That didn't happen in the case of the settlement with Barletta Heavy Division over contaminated soil. In your opinion, is this legal?
As far as I can tell, no, it's not.
Republican Representative Brian Newberry is one of several lawmakers questioning the legality here. So the I-Team took a closer look and found the direction of the settlement funds was written into the agreement and formalized as an order of the Rhode Island Superior Court. Is that kind of creating your own loophole in the law?
Well, look, the court ordered it too, and remember, what the law is what the Supreme Court says it is. And what the Supreme Court says the law is that I have the power to settle cases as I see fit on behalf of the people of the state. And that's what I've done here.
It sounds like the legislature put this into place to specifically prevent the Attorney General's office from directing settlement funds wherever they want. You always say nobody's above the law. Right. Does this put you above the law?
No, I think just the opposite. When a statute, to the extent it does conflict with the Constitution trumps.
But I don't think that the Constitution says he has that right. I think that's his interpretation of very broad powers.
Newberry says what is clear is the 2023 statute. It honored Neronha's request to fund additional staff through opioid settlement funds, but
in the course of doing it, it made it clear that any future settlements the Attorney General entered into should go into the general fund. It's clear as day.
When I spoke to the Attorney General, he said as a constitutional officer, it's his constitutional right to be able to direct settlement funds, and the General Assembly cannot take that away from him. What do you say?
That sounds like nonsense to me. If he's doing that, he's being disingenuous. Even if he believes that, truly believes it, he's basically that's like giving the middle finger to the legislature.
Sources familiar with constitutional law and government can't tell us who's right, but say this creates larger questions over the powers of the Attorney General, the General Assembly, and the judicial branch.
Somebody wants to go to court and challenge my trying to help children who need dental care desperately when they've done nothing, happy to defend that case. Bring it on.
And we could always defund the Attorney General's office. If he doesn't want to give it back to us or have it brought back to the Rhode Island Foundation, maybe I suggested to the Speaker that we just take $10 million out of the Attorney General's budget for next year. That'll solve that problem, won't it?
Another important note, as the settlement was formalized by the Superior Court, it's unclear if it would be subject to that 2023 law. Whether this issue will wind up in court remains to be seen. For the NBC 10 I-Team, I'm Tamara Sakarzik.